should double check the mic first. My bad. Hello. I'll give everybody a second to join. And let me check. Make sure, like always, that it's working. If you can hear me, say hello. If you cannot, that's okay. Oh, there we go. Cool. All right. So I'll give a minute or two for people to pop in. Hello. Buongiorno. DiGiorno. Thank you for joining me. Hit the like. You guys are awesome. Sometimes it doesn't just show up right away, which is weird. It's weird, okay? Alrighty. What's up, turds, nerds, freaks, and geeks, and all that's in between? It's me, your girl, Daisy Dame, and welcome back to my channel. I'm sorry for the downgrade on the camera right now, but the new one only lasts for so long, and so I have to save that for shorter streams or videos. But how amazing does that look? Like, I am so blown away. If you haven't, don't forget to like, sub, hit the bell, and share if you don't mind. It really means a lot to me. And yeah, members, thank you so much. You're amazing. I see you. I love you. I adore you. And if you haven't become a member yet and you've considered it, you can do so for even just a month if you want. And that's in the description down below. I just always forget to talk about my memberships. And I feel like that's probably something I should do. It seems like it. I hope you're all well. Happy New Year. For those of you who I haven't said it to, Happy New Year. You're amazing. And welcome to your very own deprogramming session. So, how have you felt lately? How you doing? Doing okay? How you feeling? Because a lot of people are reporting loneliness, right? Did you guys see that? Did anybody else see like the articles that were coming out about it? Sorry, I just started and I was just trying to get comfy. I don't even have a beverage. I don't even have the mug of the day because I'm in my jammies and I just felt like these things are important to talk about. It's like that. Are you depressed? Are you sad? I'm not going to do the whole thing. But how you doing? You doing okay? Because just so you know, if you're not doing okay, that's okay too. Don't forget to hit the like. Thank you for joining me. Sometimes it's okay not to be okay. I know that that's like, wow, right? Amazing. But it's true. Sometimes it's all right to just not be all right. And no matter what, I should have grabbed the water, but know that you are loved, you're cared for, that you're appreciated, that you're needed, you're necessary, you're worthy, you're valid, you're everything that you need to hear, right? Genuinely. You're meant to be here. You're awesome. I just want to put that out first before we start talking about it, because if we start talking about it, people who are prone to loneliness might start to feel a little lonely, and I don't want to do that. I just want to discuss it because it's important. You were born miserable. Don't say that. It's okay. There's still time for happiness. It's interesting because people always think happiness will come when, right? Like when I finish school, that's when I'll be happy. When I finish college and I have my career, then I'll be happy. That's happiness. Or after I meet the love of my life and I have baby and I'm married, then I'm happy. That's happiness. Like to certain people, they have different markers of what happiness is, right? But right now, loneliness is at an all-time high. Who could imagine? I wonder why. Maybe it's what we've been through for the last couple of years. I mean, it was on the rise already because of apps and things like that, but we'll get into that and certain platforms and social media sites, right? It's no bueno. There's a lot of platforms that I just am not a fan of. And I shouldn't say that right now, but hi, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. The wind is really whipping right now. So if everything goes out, don't worry. It's just that the power went out and I am okay. Or if you hear something that sounds like a Wendigo whispering into my microphone, it's the weather. Okay? Don't forget to hit the like. I promise you. I know, right? It's okay. But the power already went out earlier and I was like, man, I really wanted to stream and talk about this. Well, let's get on to it. Since you're all joining me, thank you so much. What is loneliness? Well, let's define it. It is the feeling of being sad or unhappy, socially isolated, and most of the time, this happens over brief periods. It's not something that is chronic. Aw, Kale, you're so sweet. Thank you so much for donating. Always take care of yourselves and your families first, but I really do appreciate it. Let's talk about some signs of loneliness and chronic loneliness, what causes it and what could cause it, and solutions. So essentially, that's what I'm looking at. If you're interested in that, I hope you'll join me, and I appreciate all of you. So let me take a breath. Okay, some signs. If you are quite lonely, you're not going to get very good sleep. Like, that's part of it. It's unfortunate. If you, this is a weird one because I'm like, this could be anybody. But if you, me, no, just kidding. But if you have more friends on like Facebook or whatever than in real life, then apparently that's a sign. If you care more about material possessions than you do, I guess, humans, you might be a little lonely. If you take, this one's weird too. If you take extra long hot showers, who doesn't like a long hot shower? Maybe I'm lonely too. Oh no. And if you binge watch movies. And what is chronic loneliness? Chronic loneliness happens when feelings of loneliness are very uncomfortable and they cause social isolation. Social, thank you, isolation. Some of these words, I know that I'm going to mess it up beforehand. And then I think about it too much and then I mess it up. And I'm like, sweet Lord, I knew I was going to do it. Okay, so loneliness, many of you know, is not the same as depression. Yeah, I don't like the FB. I got rid of it a long time ago, and then I had to get it back for the Oculus, and I was like, this is ridiculous. So anywho, depression is different. I'm sure you guys know that. Depression is different. That's like when you feel melancholy, when you're feeling dejection. Yeah, that's the word, dejection. So depression, that's different. Thank you all for joining me. Don't forget to hit the like. And let's take a look at the main signs and symptoms. Because here's the thing, a lot of us have been sad, right? A lot of us have moments where we feel as though we're just not as happy, and that's okay. And personally, for me, my baseline is pretty pleasant. Fortunately for me, my baseline is like, I'm pretty positive about 95% of the time, I would say. I'm cool. Like, I'm good, I'm chilling. But that 5%, sometimes, it happens. I am human, believe it or not. I'm not an alien. I'm not a robot. I am human. So the main signs and symptoms: inability to connect with people on a deeper level. That's one of them. No best friends. Negative feelings. Self-doubt. And the thought of feeling like they can't reach out. As well as constant exhaustion, which is super sad. Imagine being exhausted all the time. I am like a hyper chihuahua, okay? Many of you know it. If you've been subs long enough, I am. I am like hyper chihuahua, okay? So when people are like, oh, I'm so tired all the time or I'm exhausted, I'm like, cannot relate. I do not know that life. I don't. Yeah, no. And another interesting thing is what this loneliness does on our brain, right? And it is important to talk about because so much more people are experiencing it. So many more people are struggling with it. So it can impact your overall health and your brain. Some studies also, this one is pretty brutal, connect loneliness with dementia. So if you are feeling the big sad, you better be careful and take care of yourselves so that you can be the big happy. And I know it's easier said than done. I know it's not that simple, but there are ways that can help that you could start today to bring you back to that place, right? And yes, I wrote this all down because I am a boomer. I'm a grandma boomer. It's me, Daisy Grandma Boomer. Your Aunt Daisy Grandma Boomer. Sweet Lord. Sorry, let me get back to it. In 2019, we started to hear more about this growing issue. And I know you know what that is. It's what they're calling the mental health crisis. Have you heard that before? Hmm. Where did that come from? I wonder. How did that occur? I wonder. Let's talk about it. This is wild too, okay? Get ready for this. 3 in 5 Americans reportedly feel lonely all the time, like just often, right? 61% said so in 2019. And then in 2018, it was 54%. So we can see it's climbing. And gee, I wonder why that would be. What's been going on the last few years that will cause everybody to be so lonely, and our elderly especially to be pushed away when they already experience symptoms of loneliness? That's brutal. These poor elderly, my heart really does break for them. There was a recent viral TikTok of a girl on a train just crying because there was an elderly man sitting by himself. And I feel that. I don't want to be like, oh, I'm so empathic, but I'm so empathic. So when people are lonely, or I know somebody that's really hurting, it hurts. It hurts. I hurt for them. It sucks. I wish I didn't, but it just happens, right? I've tried to control it better though. So not only am I like going out in the world and just recognizing that more people are lonely, but it's just more noticeable. It's happening more and more. It's more and more people. And how sad and like sick is it at the same time that the platforms who created some of this loneliness, and every time I go off a little bit, I think I'm doing too much. Like I think, Daisy, you're overreacting. Oh my gosh, calm down. Why are you screaming on this platform about this? But then I look back and I'm like, I hardly got upset. Like I'm way in my lane. So it's the people who created this loneliness that then come out and say, hey, you're feeling lonely. Hey, we notice so many more of you are so sad. My dude, you created this loneliness. They knew what these social media platforms would do to people. They knew how it would tear them up. They knew how it would tear them down. They knew how the algorithms would work, how some will thrive, how some will not. And some will say it's just blind luck. Maybe it is. But for others, it's a little sus, right? So they're the ones discussing how bad things are now, how lonely people are. Yes, social media does directly cause it. And I get so mad because I'm just like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Aw, I appreciate that. And please, yeah, as I said in the beginning, for those of you watching, I know that talking about these things can sometimes bring on that feeling. I'm very sorry. I don't want to do that. Good intentions only. You are not alone. I love you very much. So grateful you're here with me. Don't forget to like. But it's all good. I got you. You got me. We're solid. So even when a former Facebook executive has to come out telling people that social media is literally ripping apart society, they're literally telling us, they knew what would happen. They knew. They did it. They done did it. No, it's live now. You're good. Hi. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Hi. You're the best. I wanted to talk about it because, like I said, I'm just seeing it more and more. And when it impacts people that I care about, it impacts me. And it's brutal. It's brutal. And for some people, it's real bad. And it's unfortunate. Okay. Yes, we are live. Let's see. Yeah, that just makes me so frustrated. And here's where it gets really crazy, okay? We all know that TikTok has grown insanely, right? People who thought they would never use it are on it. Grandparents are on it. Kids are on it. So many people. Well, there's a few wild ones over there. I'll say that on TikTok. Because there's this one female, I'm not going to say names, recently, who abandoned their child while the child was sleeping to go out and get something from the store. Now, they were not out at the store getting something. They were out hanging out with somebody, doing things. We're not here to judge about that. But that's what they were doing. Somebody on TikTok, straight up. No shame. No shame. No shame. Okay? That's just how social media causes people to act. It's like the craziest people get pushed to the front, right? The wildest ones. Those who are the most dramatic, most drastic, most controversial. Like, these are the people who are going to thrive in that environment. This person left their child and was like, I got to go do something. I'll be back. This child had special needs, woke up crying by itself at an age that it should not have been alone. Definitely should not. It's wild to me. Another had an apparent awful accident with a friend and then went back to posting social media right after in cosplay of similar things to the accident. It is warping people's minds so much. They don't even see it. They don't get it. Some of them don't want to get it. Some of them are like, just let me live in this dream. Let me live in this false reality. And that's fine. That's okay too if that's what you want. If that's what you choose, as you wish, whatever makes you happy, or whatever you're content with. Let's say that. Hi, thank you for everybody joining me. Don't forget to hit the like. Sorry about my throat. Still, I have the sniffles. I'm good though. Just a light flu. Okay. And another, oh my gosh, one more example from TikTok of just how this social media has caused people to just go berserkers and bonkers and what the heck. Another TikToker apparently harmed their special needs sister while they were sleeping. Called the cops and said, I did that. It blows my mind. It blows my mind. And it's really sad. It's really sad because I think about when I was younger and there was only like Facebook and MySpace and people weren't doing all these wild things on there. It was just grandma sharing pictures and doing it incorrectly and putting their statuses in the search bar and vice versa. Like silly things like that when the internet was like the Wild West, but still little golden pure moments happened. Remember that? I know some of you do. We need to really consider what causes loneliness. We need to really want to think about it, because if this many people are feeling so bad, this many people are feeling so lonely, it's no good. It's no good for any of us. It's not going to help the world go around. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that. It's not going to help. Nope. Because those lonely people are going to want to do what? Hibernate for a week. And that's fine. Again, to each their own. I really feel bad for kids these days. I really do. I feel like it must be so hard because, as I stated, I was growing up with just MySpace and Facebook. And even in the beginning of Facebook, I was there before it was cool to hate on the Zuck. I was like, I see you. I don't like what you're doing. I'm so frustrated. Like the divisiveness. And they know. It's like, we know, they know, that we know, that they know, that, you know what I mean? And it's just, it keeps going. It keeps going. And I apologize when I giggle about these things, but these kind of topics, I just giggle because it's discomfort. It's like a coping thing. I just giggle because I don't know what else to do. It just blows my mind so much. So, as I stated, 63% of men especially are feeling lonely. And us females, apparently, we can make friends with a fly and be fine. And to anybody in between, you're chilling too, apparently. We're just chilling. So 58% of females apparently are feeling it. And loneliness is best. Oh, yeah. I wanted to say that properly. Hi, thank you so much for joining me. Loneliness is best conceived as an unmet social need. So what is loneliness? It is a social need. Okay? It's a need. So a need is what? A need is having that connection. Being able to connect, fundamentally driven to connect, essentially, through relationships. As a human, that's what we are. As humans, we are indeed deeply social creatures. Who knew? Who knew? Our ability to collaborate with one another might be the hallmark of the human species. That's really well put. How about that? How about that? I don't know. I just find it so interesting. Thank you guys so much for joining me. It really means a lot. So, being social is genuinely one of humans, and I am one of those. I'm a human too. Remember, it's a key drive, like thirst, like hunger. We feel like something is missing when we go without. Oh, hi Ray. You guys are so sweet. I appreciate you all so much. Okay, let me go on before you make me all turn on. So, yeah, it gives people that feeling of that sense of loss, right? Or that something's missing, that they're going without, that they're even upset that other people have. There's lonely people out there that want to connect more than anything in the world. They desire it so much, but they just can't. That's so sad. Okay, so as I stated, my normal mood is quite pleasant. Believe it or not, I stay at a very chill mode, very pleasant mode, about 95% of the time. I'm sure most of you know that by now. But that's my baseline, okay? So for me, feeling sad is very rare. Oh, yeah, I'm so glad that Frank was able to confirm that I am female and human. You guys are funny. So when I struggled with loneliness, it was something I had genuinely never experienced. Like I'm this little da-da-da trotting around, happy as can be, whimsical world, butterflies all around me, all the time, 95% of the time. Okay. So when I did feel the lonely, the big sad, I was like, this is not good. This is no bueno. How do people deal with this? How do people deal with this? How do people do this every day of their lives? How? Because some people have the big sad all the time. And I can't imagine that. I genuinely can't. I know there's ways to help that. And we're going to get into that because we don't just talk about the problem, we talk about the solution too. I'm not about to be like, here's all this sad stuff. Boom, bye. Now we're all sad. No, I'm going to talk about solutions too. Don't worry. Yeah, we can just enjoy our insanity together. Trust me, the art I used to draw, Ray, Cal, and others can tell you, I drew some weird stuff. You want to know why? Because I had a dark moment in my life and I felt that loneliness and I drew things that embodied that loneliness. And I'll tell you what, I wouldn't sell those pieces. I wouldn't sell that because the intention behind those pieces is that loneliness. And I wouldn't want to cause that for anybody. So I make pieces of artwork that are happy, that are loving, that our intentions are good, right? So anyways, young Daisy had a sad moment. That's where I'm trying to get to. I felt like no one understood me. I felt like no one ever would. I felt like I had no hope and no purpose. And when people saw me, I wanted them to just be afraid of me or leave me alone. Like one or the other, right? I was like, you could either just think I'm weird looking, and just not bother me or so on. And yeah, for me, it was just a moment because I'm an angel from the Lord. There you go. Let's start that one. I'm a divine angel from the Lord. I'm not an alien. I'm a divine angel. Okay. Anywho, that's how I felt. So I can't imagine the loneliness that people are feeling now, right? And that was without all the social media. So regardless, I say all that to say, I know. I get it. I understand. I know it's hard. It is like the hardest thing. And you just feel awful because you feel awful. You feel awful about feeling awful, which makes you feel more awful. And then you don't take care of yourself, you don't eat, you don't do the things that you're supposed to do. So yeah, you might feel like people will never understand. But I promise you, there are people that do. There are people out there that do. And yeah, for anyone going through it, we're right here with you. I promise you that. That's, a big part of why my channel is here. is to be like, hey, we don't have to be afraid. Hey, we don't have to be sad all the time. It's okay if it has to happen, but it doesn't have to be all the time. You can be happy. It is possible. But sometimes when you get to such a dark place, you feel as though there's no coming back. You feel like, is it even worth it? Am I redeemable? Is my life worthy of saving and being the hero of my story? And a lot of people have a problem with that. And another issue is that a lot of people have been through a lot of things, right, that cause them to feel these things. So it's not your fault that something may have happened in your life, but it is your responsibility to sort it out and heal yourself and do the work and break generational curses and be that beacon in your family that says, no, we don't have to do this anymore. I don't have to be sad. Like, if you do have a moment, like I said, it's okay. But you don't have to be sad all the time. Or you don't have to be the black sheep of the family or the mess up of the family or the one who continues, toxic behaviors. You have a choice. And I know some people are going to be like, Daisy, oh my gosh, you can't say that. People don't have a choice. Oh my goodness. It depends. Most people do. It does become a choice. Not whether to be happy or not, right? But to choose to actively work on these things, to heal. That is the choice. And it is something that you would have to do. And if you don't, that's okay too. You could just sit in the loneliness for a while. Sit in that darkness and get comfortable. Get to know that side. Do your shadow work. Everything in this life is balanced, right? But when things are out of balance, everybody feels it. The group consciousness is off balance. It's no bueno. No bueno all around. You guys are so sweet. I love you too, genuinely. I will give you all a great big hug. Am I squeezing? Wait, hold on. Gigi, get in on this. Okay, let's hug. There we go. that's my boy. Look at Gigi. What a G. Okay, let's talk about how to help. So that way we can cheer up now. And I can take a breath. And we'll go back to being happy and giggly. But here's the crazy part. Physical pain can be experienced. If you're super lonely, if you're like super duper lonely, that's why they call it passing away from a heartbreak. People do that. That happens. That's happened. I wish spontaneous combustion was real. Apparently it's not. But people can die of heartaches. Come on. How fair is that? How fun is that? Like, what the heck? If we lived in a simulation, can I get some of that? Can I get some crazy ways? That's a joke. My goodness. Sorry to try and land the mood. I apologize. People, again, it's like, Daisy, don't say those things. Okay. Yeah, there's been research done between loneliness and these things. And therefore, if you have loneliness, you're more likely to have health issues, right? But there's a way you can help. Believe it or not. I know some of these ideas are going to blow your mind. So get comfortable. Grab your beverage. I didn't bring mine. And I'm regretting it. I've got regrets. So many regrets. Okay. Sorry. Number one. Do it like the other video. Join a class. How about that? Or get a hobby. That's cool. Don't forget to hit the like too. Thank you so much. It exposes you to people who are like-minded and it's helpful, right? Or even if you go to a group, say you've got that loneliness and there's a reason for that loneliness and you've been through something or you're overcoming something and you're winning your battles and you're changing your life and you're taking control and you're healing and you're doing the work, you're going to meet people who are in that place, right? People are going to attract what they're putting out there. So if you are actively working on yourself, even just that tiny bit, the universe is going to bring these people into your life. Like, hello, hi there, how can I help? Like me, hi, I'm Daisy. Let's talk about it. Number two, you can volunteer your time. I love this one. Believe it or not, people don't know this, but I've been volunteering my time like since I was born. Isn't that cool? Not really. Almost. Yeah. I walked out of the womb and was like, I'm here. Have some of my time, please. No. But when I was in middle school and high school, I used to volunteer like my lunch and my study hall to help with the special needs students. So I would volunteer my time. And I just loved being there. I loved all the students, and it made me feel good. It made me feel rewarded just by their hugs. And every time they would see me, they would just get so excited. And it was something really special to me. So, yeah, volunteer, do something like care for pets, care for children, care for something. Anything other than yourself is normally the goal, which is hard for some people, but that's all right. If you can find something worth living for outside of yourself, that often helps. Whether it's a higher power, whether it's a family member, whether it's for me, it's the king. The king is, yeah, he's my purpose in this life now. And I will do everything I can, to be the best for him. Find a purpose beyond yourself. That's really helpful. And volunteer. It'll make you feel good. Number 3. This one is important. Number 3. Find support. Whether it's online or in real life, right? IRL, whatever. You can talk to someone who understands. And there are people out there who understand. Believe it or not. And you know what? It's actually the best to talk to those people who've been through it, because they do understand to that degree. They're like, oh, wow, I get it. Like, I've been to a similar dark place, and that sucks. So I feel that, right? So find support. Talk to someone. Anyone. Doesn't matter. Preferably if they're a therapist. Which would be good. You guys are the best. Oh, you're so sweet. Look how sweet you are in the comments. So clever. So sweet. Yes, it is all about energy as well. I feel like sometimes my energy is just going to turn a light bulb out or something. Something wild. Never know. Number 4. Number 4. Strengthen existing relationships. Okay, so if you have friends, be a good friend. Check up on your friends. Like, if you haven't talked to one of your besties in a while, send them a random text and be like, how are you? How's life? Are you good? How you feeling? Before, I would never really ever check in on my friends. I always felt like they had to check in with me. Like, oh, they'll just come to me when they want to say hi or hang out or whatever, right? But that's not appropriate. That's not proper. That's not being a very good friend. It's nice just to reach out and ask, how are you? So be a good friend. Yeah. Just check in on people. It does help. Okay, ready? Number 5. Number 5! This one's good. Adopt a pet or a therapy animal. I love this one because, yes, my family has always had a puppers. Always. My whole life. We've always had a Doge. Don't be jealous, Gigi. We had cats too. Gigi's back there getting wild. No, we always did have pups though. And they really helped me through a lot. If I was sad, I could just go play with the puppy. Or, you know what I mean? Cuddle with them. Or chill with them. Pet them. Or I did have kitties a couple times too. And my favorite kitty was Leon's Space Cake Adventure Galley, the first. Best cat ever. Amazing. He was my first pet. He was not my pet. He was my friend. Well, I miss him. But he always made everything better. Everything. It didn't matter. And I was having like a really hard time yesterday because people have been sad. So it makes me sad. And I just felt his presence. And I was like, I miss my cat. So animals are really, really good when you're going through something. They love on you. They're there for you. They don't talk back to you. They're not going to say mean things to you. They're just going to show love and not expect anything. And that's cool. And right now, let me tell you, more than ever, like, people are really going through it. Like, in the times that we're living in the unveiling, right? People cannot help but show who they are. People cannot help but be true to what's on their insides. So that's why we're also seeing more and more sad people. And it's not like mental unwellness, but like trendy, like, ooh, so cool, you know? It's not. You should never wish mental health or unwellness on yourself. It's a struggle. Yeah, plants. That's a good one too. Plants. As long as you keep them growing. You guys are so sweet. And this one was one that took me a minute too. Sorry. With my new setup, I'll have a cough button, and I'm so excited for that. I feel bad when I have to just... Okay. Number 6, practice self-care. When lonely, make sure to take care of yourself. Showering can feel like the best accomplishment, and it might even brighten your day, just a little bit. And that was one for me where when I was feeling sad, I just did not want to shower. And I know that sounds so gross and smelly, but I wasn't that gross and smelly. I would only go like 3 days. But I felt that way. I was like, I don't want to. I just want to be lazy. Don't cry. It's okay. I'm not crying. You're crying. Shut up. Number 7, keep busy. This is really important. It's like getting the hobby or connecting with friends, getting like a sport, joining a team, okay? These are all really good things because then you have interaction with other people and it helps you feel that little less alone. Because as they say, idle hands are the devil's playground. And obviously, it's an old proverb. It means that someone who is unoccupied or bored will find mischief. And they do. And they do. And they do. What do they end up doing? You know, you want to tell me? Bad things. Yes, no bueno. Bad things. They start causing mischief, earning dirty money. It's no way to live. That's no way to live. Don't put yourself through that, people, please. Know that you are worthy. Know that you deserve better. Know that you deserve happiness, a good life, and everything in the world that is good. It is your birthright. You deserve that. Everyone. Except for super really bad people, and you know who I mean. Sorry. I had to add that part because there's a global. That's always my struggle with psychology. Forgiveness to all or forgiveness only for some. It's a struggle because some people you're like, well, this person could be super uber terrible, right? So debatable. Okay. And I'm going to add this as another reminder. You are not alone. You are worthy. You are safe. You are amazing. And it's your time to thrive. And you deserve it. And it's okay. It is okay to accept the blessings in your life. It is okay to allow yourself to enjoy and have a good life. It is okay to be happy. And it's also okay to be sad. But chronic sadness is no bueno. And this loneliness that's going on, it was like a freight train coming our way. Like, literally, and everyone saw it coming, and we all stood on the tracks like, what's happening? What's wrong? What's the matter? Pow, 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 pow. And then we're all just flopping along the tracks. And we saw it coming. We all knew. Yes, Big Pharma Humma. They also have a big part to play. And do you know what the messed up part is? Is they know how these things interact with each other. And they're like, oh, nobody will put it together. Nobody will think that we're working in tandem with da-da-da-da-da-da. And then it will cause more loneliness and depression. And then people will just snap and it will be chaos in the U.S. Hooray! Crash it. We're over. We're over it. They really thought. Blows my mind. So, if you don't mind, we're going to have a prayer real quick together. I know you're not going to mind, because we need it after this. Honestly, I need it. I've had to do a couple just purifying my soul and my mind, because it's important. And I don't want to be sad and lonely forever. I don't want to. I want to choose happiness. I want to be the hero of my story. I want to make others happy. I want to make a difference. I want to do something. I want to be something. I want to do the best I can always. So, dear Lord, or to whomever is listening, Yeshua Mashiach, or whatever higher power you believe in, because we're not going to judge right now. Dear Lord, please watch over us as we go through this hard time. People are sad. They're sad, Lord. They are. They are hurting. They are feeling the darkness attached to their souls. And they are in need of help, because they cannot let go, not by themselves. They can no longer go it alone, Lord, and they admit that they need your help. We got this. Let's get through it. No tears. Here we go. They need your love. They need your light, Lord. Please free them of the prison that they have created for themselves. Help them take off the ropes that bind their soul and set them free. Please guide them with your light and your everlasting love. Amen. We're going to do more prayers. Sweet Lord. It's okay. It's good for the soul. And it does help after all of that, because I hurt for these lonely people. I really do. And it is a time of healing. It is 2022. It is a time that we move forward. And do you know what? I spent a lot of my time, first of all, thank you so much, Margie. Always take care of yourselves and your families first, but thank you so much for donating. It really means a lot. But yeah, we're definitely doing more prayers, just so you know that's going to happen. Hope you're into that. I just really, really do appreciate it. Yeah, I do. I hurt for these people. And I really do believe that 2022 is a time of healing. It is a time of moving forward. And I've spent a lot of my life helping others, and that I wouldn't have it any other way. I really wouldn't. But I feel like now it's time to help myself too. You know, it's time to really focus on myself even more so. And I try so hard to look inward and say, Lord, what can I fix? Lord, what can I do? How do I be a better human and a better person in society? How do I do what I need to day to day? Just help me understand what my purpose is and what I need to do. And I felt like speaking on this was very important. So I really, really do appreciate you guys. I want to thank you so much, especially to my members. You are the coal that makes this train roll, and I couldn't do any of this without you. And if you wanted to become a member, support for 1 month and not the other, that's okay. You can do so by checking out the link down below. And also, because of the new setup and the new camera, we have new capabilities. New capabilities. I don't want to ruin the surprise yet, but I have 2 big surprises coming up this month. I am going to be a big channel now. I'm a big girl channel. I just feel like I'm finally the quality of what you all deserve, and I'm so excited for that. Like, the camera, everything, it's where it needs to be. Not this one. This is my, old one, but the new one. That's what I mean. I'm just so appreciative. Okay, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell. I love you all very much. I really do. I think you're beautiful. And please, please, please take care of yourselves, okay? No one else is going to do it for you. No one else is going to fix your life. No one else is going to change things for you. No one else is going to get you into the shower or get you ready for your day or get you off to work. Like, you have to be able to do these things. And I know it's hard. I know it's really hard. Oh, I'm so glad I could help brighten your day. You guys are awesome. But if you take those baby steps, I promise you, Your life can change today, and you can have happiness, and you deserve it. You are worthy of it. We are all worthy of that happiness. It is a divine birthright that you were given, and it's time to collect. I feel it in my soul. I genuinely do. It's time to collect. I've been working on this channel for four years now, and I'm so blessed to be where I'm at with 10K, almost to 11K. Like my mind is blown. But I have a really strong feeling that we're about to blow up. And I promise you what, I'm going to stay humble the whole time. Just the way I am right now. Well, all you'll ever get. Like literally, it's all you're ever going to get. So I appreciate all of you who are here from the very start or whenever you joined us. You have no idea. You've changed my life for the better, and I appreciate it. And because of you, I am a little less lonely. I should have just ended it right there. Darn it. Boom. Bye. Thanks so much. Please do have a giggle, though. Stay safe. Stay awake. Stay aware. Tell your loved ones you love them. Even if you haven't in like forever, just say it. It's cool. Give them an awkward hug. Like, just show some human compassion. I do have a lot planned. Lesser Magic is next. The part 2. But this was like so important. I just couldn't wait. And I know, I really do. I feel it. I know so many people are feeling it. I know so many of you are feeling it. And it's valid. It is. It's crazy. But nobody can deny what we've been through the last couple of years and how rough it's been. And we know this is the new normal. We know there's no going back. There's no going back. There's no what the world was before this. Doesn't exist. Not anymore. So if you have to get comfortable with that loneliness, that's okay. If you got to get used to that loneliness, get used to it. But do your shadow work, do your healing, do what you got to do to be the best you and take care of yourselves. Because you are worth it. I swear to goodness, if y'all get them, what is that? The call of the void? Come over there. Come over my way. I'll give you a wow. You'll feel better. Wow. No. No call of the void. Yeah, exactly. You guys are awesome. So sweet. I really, really do appreciate you being here. Yeah, I feel that. Isn't that wild? But think about it. Think about it real quick before I go. Think about it. Think about the world in the early 2000s. For those of you old enough, I know there's a few of you that are younger, like 1 or 2. But for those of you who are old enough, think about how different that time was. And then think of 2010. And then think of now. And just consider where things are going. And don't be foolish. Just be aware. Don't be blind to what's happening. Be aware of it. But don't fear it either. Because we're going to get through it. And we will be fine. And just because things are different now, it doesn't mean it has to be horrible. It doesn't mean it has to have a bad ending. It doesn't. I promise you that. We get a good ending. The ending will be very happy for those of you who chose to do the work and heal and be the best you. You're going to be fine. And whatever is next will be very beautiful. I know it. I feel it in my soul, in my bones. And it's like, I feel it as strong as I do about this whole situation before this happened. Because I kept saying before the last couple of years, I had a horrible feeling this is coming up, something's happening. It's life-changing, da-da-da. So don't worry. Still, we get the good ending. But do take care of yourselves. I can't say it enough. And your loved ones. I appreciate you guys. And I really do hope that this helped you feel a little less lonely. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Genuinely. Bye, guys.